Yer, what a do, family? Is KD the one, and I'm back here with another reaction video. I know it's been a minute. I'm sorry, but most of y'all niggas ain't even subscribed anyway. But I'm here with another TyBuggy video. You feel me? It's another dating life. You know how everybody sees this dating in society. Dating scam has gotten terribly worse. I don't even know. I'm a happily married man, so let's just see. I'm informed. I'm getting informed. Y'all getting informed.
The guy wants my number. I give him my number. Block. Don't talk to you. Okay. Let him sign the tip receipt. Put your number on there. Keep pushing, girl. Block the number. It's really not that big of a deal. Okay. I had this one guy particularly come in like 4 Sundays in a row. Got the same thing. Always there. Always wanted to see me. Great guy. Other thing as a bartender is we meet a lot of males behind the bar. Okay. There's a lot of men. They all come in there. They all fucking flirt. They all have something to just say. Da da da. But there's a way to flirt. Okay. This guy in particular though was not like that. Complimenting me indifferent. You're beautiful. I like your person. He was giving good compliments. Okay, wasn't like, damn, that ass look good in that skirt. Damn, your titties got there. And nothing crazy like that, like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, I like your lips. You nasty. I got that one. Having good conversations, and the fact that he wasn't like hounding me with the flirting. He was actually attractive. I like that too. He was actually having we were actually having in-depth conversation. That 4th Sunday hits. Okay. Mind you, this brother is smooth. He don't do the tech zip, okay, the tech thing. He got the zips every fucking time. While bartender looks up and you might fish out a good one, okay, from your bar regular. I'm like, all right, let's take a chance. He asked me out on a date. Okay. And I said yes to this date. I would usually A, I give out my number, but he's been doing all right. And then B, I would usually absolutely never go on dates with any of my bar regulars, or any bar guests, period. I'm gonna meet up for drinks after work and get hammered. Set a time on my own personal time and go hang out with you. Negative. I agreed to the date. Because I'm actually excited because he's like, let's go go-kart racing. Okay. I'm from Alabama. Alabama isn't as booming as some of you cities. Okay, we're not as
That's a lit.
we're just. He says go karting, and I'm thinking, where the hell can you go kart in Alabama unless you're like down by the beach type shit? So I'm immediately excited. I'm like, okay, great, something I've never done. I love this. It's already off to a great start. We've been texting. He's planning. He's being intentional. It's great.
Yo, fellas, let me just say real quick. If you want to take a girl out on a date that you've never, like, you don't really know her like that, don't take on a dinner date. Like, try to avoid taking on a dinner date first. Take on some type of activity. You know what I mean? Because activities, it's like both of y'all get to experience it. It's something new. It doesn't feel like an interview process. It takes you away from the awkward moments of sitting there trying to force conversation when there's no conversations to be had. You know what I mean? It's that activity, it's the experience. And worst come to worst, let's just say y'all don't really like each other on that level. Y'all can still have fun. Versus sitting in front of somebody on a dinner date and you figuring out you don't really even like this person. It's just making that whole.
I ain't even gonna lie. This nigga is giving out free game, and like he said, I don't know if you should be doing this shit for the free. Sometimes, like, as a nigga who is already happily married, he right. Like, the best activities to do is, except for going like in a hard sport, you could go mini golfing or some shit. If that's too boring for your style, you could sit there go karting like how they went, sit there laser tag, slide to an arcade or some shit. And if you feel like you too old in that situation, a good movie never sits there and disappoints. If you actually find a decent movie, y'all can always sit there chilling in the dark, vibing. Like, it's always better than going on a dinner date, spending hella money, and then, like, you sitting there on some, like, out of pocket shit, and you not even going to do anything at the end.
Interaction just very awkward. You know what I mean? But activities like arcades, they're usually not even that expensive, and you'd be surprised. Women like to have fun. You know what I mean? Maybe horseback riding, something like that, something new for you too. Now, I mean, don't just make it, oh, I want to be all super smooth. And I get it, if a woman, she a little bit older, but yeah, but, maybe she just wants to, sit down for some food. Okay, by all means. But maybe go to a museum or something. Like something that'll create some type of conversation that's not just about y'all. Like it's about a thing. So y'all could take a break from talking about y'all. I'm not telling y'all because I think these things. I'm telling y'all for experience.
Great, y'all.
But
So the day comes.
Shit, I'll give you a quick another one. Your girl like shopping, go window shopping. Y'all could sit there, go to a plaza, go to a mall or some shit, and instead of going out of pocket and buying some shit, be like, especially if it's like let's say close to a holiday, close to their birthday or close to some shit, you could go out, scope some shit, and see some shit that they already like, and pick it up for them later on. They probably won't even remember it. If you're like my wife, she don't got the best memory. I don't either, but she probably won't even remember it. She'd be like, "Oh damn, we did go out, and I picked out that such and such, fucking blanket. I picked out that such and such ring. I picked out that book." Like, again, it all matters what kind of female you got too.
For us to go on our dates. I'm getting, not too cute because we're gonna be go-kart racing, but you gotta keep your eyes on the prize. Okay, you gotta be cute. We're texting on the way. Boom, we're getting there. I'm driving. I'm like, wow, it's on this side of Birmingham, it's on this side of town. I didn't know that. I didn't even know anything was over here. I get to the place. I'm so excited. This is gonna be so much fun. Okay, I walk up to the building. I'm going up. He comes out the building. He meets me at the steps. Ooh, already off to a great start. Love that. Corey gives me a hug. How are you doing? I've already got everything set up for us and paid. You just got to go give him basically your information and grab your gear, and we can go and start racing. Perfect. I love a man that's like this. Booked everything. I love an intentional man. I am excited. Okay, when you get there, you have to put on first of all, it's a shiesty. Is that what they call it? Shiesty? It's a mask. It's the mask. It's the robber's mask. Hands up. Hands up. And you get to pick your color. And I picked blue. So fucking cute. I'll put it on, and then you get a helmet. I've already filled out my paperwork. I'm in the bathroom at this point. I'm getting ready. I'm getting all my stuff on. So I come out the bathroom, and there's like an area where you're supposed to wait. Okay, and he's like in the bathroom doing his stuff. Okay, so I come out. I'm like, okay, I beat him, and I'm waiting. I'm like, okay, waiting. I'm like, okay, waiting. It's been 10 minutes now. I'm like, okay, he must be taking a shit at this point. Do your thing, my brother. Do your thing. Make sure your wife's real. But then 20 minutes goes by. All of this has happened within a 20-minute span. Like me getting, 15 for me getting my information.
20 minutes in the bathroom is crazy.
Getting dressed. And he's like, he told me he'd just meet me out here. I've been standing here. Mind you, the people are there waiting for us as a couple to go and get in these carts. And it's a couple things. So, they're waiting. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, and I'm like, about 25, I text my best friend, I'm like, I was like, ain't no way, this has never happened to me in my life.
25 minutes in the bathroom?
This has never happened to me. What? I'm like, I'm pretty sure this dude just left. She's like, no way, you're being dramatic. How long has it been? You know how the girlies is. Shout out to the Muffin Man. She was really keeping me calm. No. I'm telling you, my intuition is speaking loud and clear. This motherfucker has left. At this point, it's about 30-ish, 40 minutes, and I'm like, I've been patient enough. Looked around the building, or not even looked around. I walked around just to make sure he wasn't maybe you caught up with somebody. I give too many benefits of the fucking doubt. Right?
I ain't even gonna lie, certain things would get me in this moment. As a female, I would have sat here, I would have been not even to nitpick, I would have been like, what car's yours? Fuck the money. It's more trying to see what you driving in. So I could know, when you dip, when you go outside, when you out. Same thing for fucking male. If you on some shit, you don't have to sit there and make it a creepy way. You be like, damn, what kind of car you drive? Or some shit like that. If she takes red flags from that, okay. Most likely it's how you say it, to be fair. A lot of these niggas don't really have game these days. But you probably would have been knew this nigga left if you knew what kind of car you drove. You would have probably been had a chance to leave. You would have been saved yourself the embarrassment. But again, this is wild. I've been hearing more stories about men doing the dine and dash. They'll take a girl out to eat, stick her with the bill. They'll sit here, go fucking go-kart riding. Well, not go-kart riding, but let's say go out to the fucking movie, say, hey, I'll be there in 30 minutes, wait in the lobby for me. and then just sit there, not come at all. Like, I've been seeing this a lot, and I don't know what's been going on. Maybe you guys are just tired of getting staked up. Maybe you guys are just tired of, like, the same shit happening. I don't know.
Walking around, there's too many benefits of the doubt. I text him, nothing. I call him, nothing.
Oh, that's crazy.
Nothing. That's it, okay? I sent 2 texts and 1 call. That was fucking it. I give those texts and that call a 5-minute window span. I've already been patient enough. I only went on this fucking date. Like, mind you, I've been single for 3, almost 4 years, and I was just adamant on not ever dating. I just wanted to not date for a minute. Got my fuck.
Nah, bro, there's no way. There's no way dude just walked out. There had to be something. You know what I mean? It got to be something on one of y'all sides. Because I can't see a date going good and somebody just says, you know what? I'm out. I'm dipping. I'm done. Like, it had to be something.
Know.
Son must have, I don't know. You know, he must have been on his way to the toilet. Know what I mean? And try to fart, messed around and sharded. Didn't know how to come out and tell you. He got shit on his pants. You know, that's a crazy scenario that I come up with, but I don't know.
I ain't even gonna
Or maybe
lie. I'll be like this.
I don't know. It had to be something.
I'll make my
Had to be
scenarios in my
something crazy.
mind.
Maybe something you said. But there got to be some more context to this, because dudes, are y'all just walking out on dates?
I want to know, are we
like
gonna
just
get the
walking
second
out?
perspective?
Just, yo, I'm out. I ain't even gonna hold you. I did that before. But I told y'all the story. It was really because Shorty was mad friendly with everybody. She was way too friendly with everybody. She was flirting with the waiter. And I'm talking about, I let that slide. When we first walked into the spot, I told y'all the story. When we first walked into the spot, Shorty saw some dude she knew, hugged him around his neck. Know what I mean? And didn't introduce me or nothing. I'm just a nigga paying for the night. Like, you know what I mean? And then I went to the bathroom, came back out. She's sitting there laughing with a dude. And then, you know, he's walking away. And then, it's crazy how there's an and then. Like, you would have thought I would have dipped by now. And then she goes to the bar. I tell her, you know, go to the bar or whatever. Like, I'm kind of like thinking about everything that's going on. Like, there's no way this girl is this friendly. There's no way this is happening to me. She's standing at the bar, and a dude walk up on her, and she's conversating with him for a smooth 15 to 30 seconds, or maybe even a minute, and then her phone comes out. I left. I left.
I ain't even gonna lie. Worst thing to do, and I'm not gonna say for females can't have guy friends, but worst thing to do is to be too friendly around males, especially if you in that talking stage. If you just hooking up, y'all just meeting. Like, no guy fucks with the idea of like you being on some shit, hella friendly, hella do. But like, again, no, I'm not gonna say any female can't have guy friends. Hell, my wife has her friends. I have my friends, but at the same time, like, at the end of the day, we know each other. We all know each other. We all got a chance to sit down, meet. It wasn't like some shit thrown at me, like, oh, these are my friends. I don't know, like, hell, especially on the first date, doing like hella friendly shit. Like, I could expect that she knew the first guy, but to sit here on some shit with the second guy, like sitting there laughing, giggling on some shit like that, that would have me blow. That would have me on some shit like, might as well head out. But like he said, the fact that it was a and then, I ain't even gonna lie. I wouldn't even let it be an and then. Like, myself would have been more blowed. I probably would have been respectful. Probably would have let. But then after seeing that, I would have had to do. I have like more self-respect. Like, I
knew I was right there. Didn't acknowledge me, nothing. I left. I got up out of there. She calls me, and I told y'all this whole story before. Now, I mean, what was the aftermath and all that, but I feel like that's warranted. You know what I mean? Like, what else was I supposed to do? Sit there and just, at that point, the only other thing I could have did was play the same way she's playing. You know what I mean? Like, all right, well, we just having an open date night. Like, let's do something new tonight. You know what I mean? I'm about to go talk to them too. You know what I mean? You talk to him, and I'll see you at the end of the night. And we're going to have fun, but that's it. You know, it's clipped after that. But,
yeah, I couldn't.
Yeah, I definitely walked out. I think that was the only time I ever did anything like that.
Do it.
I mean, I've Yeah, that was the only time I ever did anything like that. But dudes, are y'all just walking out on girls? Like y'all just walking out? Like, yeah, shorty's bugging out. I ain't gonna lie. If you just mad disrespectful, I don't know. I'm all about my face card. I can't just like even if like I always end things on a gentleman note just so you could really feel dumb later. Yeah, I mean, like for instance, if I'm on a date and let's just say I'm not really feeling you, whatever, I'm gonna still go ahead pay the tab because I probably already had it in my mind, pay the tab. You know what I mean? And
Like I said,
might
I'll
even
probably
send
be
you an
on
Uber to
some
get
shit like
home, but you're
this.
just never gonna hear from me.
I
I don't
wouldn't
have to
mind being
do
the
the
gentleman at the
theatrics
end of the
and
day.
and yell and walk out. Now, don't get me wrong. If you just like, nigga, you gonna pay for this? The fuck? Like, and just talking to me crazy, yeah, I'll mess around and be like, let me get one bill. You know what I mean? Like, you don't overly do it. But if it's something like, I'm just not feeling you,
One of the main things I feel like OG saying, know your self worth, my guy. Like I said, at the end of the day, I'll be a gentleman. I wouldn't mind sitting there still paying the bill. I wouldn't mind if I even know that like this shit isn't going to end out how I wanted it to. I most likely be cool, still do what we do, still try to have a good night myself, and we could be like chill. We don't have to talk after that. And if it's on some shit that you expect me to pay the bill, you expect me to do all this shit for you, or you saying here being like downright trifling, I might sit here, leave, be disrespectful back. I'm not gonna sit here, raise my voice. I'm not gonna sit here and call you out your name. I'm just gonna sit here and give you the same energy that you giving me. Know your self worth as like a man. That's one of the main things that you need to do in this generation.
I'm gonna get ahead and, let this be the last time you see me. But I don't never feel no need to really just go out on a super high horse of like, yeah, I violated too. Like, I ain't gotta do all that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
The
got the
loss is
last
you
laugh.
losing me. Like you lost something. Especially when you know your value. It's like the fact that you're not gonna hear from me tomorrow or the day after that is a lot worse than me sitting here making you feel bad right now, giving you a reason to be glad that I'm
Preach.
gone. You know what I mean? Nah, I'm straight on you. And yeah, but just walking out, that's new.
And heart broke. Want to fucking do it, okay? But this guy was going well. No texts, no calls. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I could leave. I should just leave, right? And then I was like, no, I did not get dressed, get up, and come up in here for nothing. And the race was already paid for. He paid for, I don't even know how many fucking laps, but I got double now. So I fucking raced. That's what the fuck I did. Yes, I did. Stayed and I raced. And I
You
played
should.
the games that were there.
Same thing as a female. Know your worth. I like her energy. I really do because at the end of the day, she didn't let this ruin her night. She raced. She sat there. Fuck it. I got a free race out of this. I still look good. I did my shit. I made myself look good. I could at least have fun. Like that's one of the most beautiful things about life. You still got that like free will. You don't have to sit here and just be upset about something. I feel like that's one thing that is like beautiful about people that have that type of energy. She's able to like pick herself up.
Take his medicine that morning, and that he just got so overwhelmed and he just had to leave. Okay.
Wow.
Ooh, wait.
And about me, bad for me. And I thought, you see in the movies, like, girls usually get sad. I wasn't even sad. I was genuinely still excited to do the racing, okay? So I said, fuck it. I was like, I still want to go. Let me do lap. Let me go, baby. Let me go. And I'm in there having a good time, taking my picture. And they're like, you're taking this really well. And I was like, I know. I'm surprised myself. I think that's what makes me happy. Time in my life where I feel like that would have been like a what the fuck moment for me. And I just didn't give a fuck. Fast forward, I have the day, I take my pictures, I have a great time with myself. It's wonderful. I go and get crawfish. My crawfish end up getting paid for.
That's some of the
Look at
best
that.
fun.
If that ain't God, I don't know who it is. Okay. Fast forward a few months later, like a month or two later, I get a text from the guy. It's a lengthy text. I want y'all to tell me am I fucked up. I don't care because it's been over a year at this point and I'm still not going to answer. Either way, the text message says, God, I'm going to hell because I'm going to hell. I'm just going to go to hell for this. Okay, I'm going to hell. And the text basically says that he had an anxiety attack and a panic attack, and he had forgotten to take his medicine that morning, and that he just got so overwhelmed and he just had to leave. Okay.
Wow.
While I understand that, it's been 2 months. What have you been freaking out for 2 fucking months? Please. Please. Was I born at night? Maybe, but last night, fuck no. So I never answered that.
I'm not gonna lie, that's real. For a nigga like me, I got bad anxiety. I got bad social anxiety. So for me personally, just to take that energy to like go out, book all that shit, be in that public domain with a female, that means I really must fuck with her. But again, like she said, like if I would text her back on that night and be like, "Look, I'm sorry, I got sick, I couldn't do it. I had my like you said, your anxiety attack. Like if you would sat there and talked to her, like she said, she understood. At the end of the day, if you really want to be with this person, if you really fuck with this person, if you have that energy, try to be honest, try to be you, try to be real, because at the end of the day, you can't hide that. You can't hide that. That's something that's gonna always come up sooner or later.
Text message. I never saw that guy again. Damn. Somebody should let him know I don't work at that bar anymore so he can go back and get his favorite fucking pizza. I'm too fucking.
So one of my subscribers DM me telling me how much money
I can't do with the advertisement, but you could check in the link in my description if you want free money. You feel me? If you want free money, check the link in my description, and you can get 25 or 15, whatever. If you check out the same app that he is talking about, check out TyBuggy's video, same thing in my description. Check it out. He will explain it better than me. My bad. I want to see
for yourself,
this shit
but
about.
$5,000 in I'm sure that all your bills. Try it out for yourself though. Like anxiety attacks is real. I told y'all like years ago I was battling with anxiety and it was stopping me from some motion. You know what I mean, in my life. Like there was moments where I could really have seen myself be like, yeah, I'm out. You know what I mean? Granted, I wouldn't leave. I'll just sit in the, in the moment and just let my anxieties just fester. But some people can't handle that, and especially dudes that have like.
Same thing. I would say similar to me when I was younger. Hell, even still now, I battle with like heavy anxiety. Sometimes I'm just sitting there, I shake up, like I could sit there, start sweating bad, like sweating buckets. Like I have bad anxiety. But at the same time, I learned how to like minimize it. To say how I minimize it, I do go out more. I sit there and I have those anxious moments, those moments that leave you second guessing, leave you. And at the end of the day, once I sit there and force myself in those moments, I sit there and realize that everything's okay in the end. Everything's all right. Hell, I think Ty said something similar in one of his past videos. Again, check out his channel. Very insightful.
Anxiety dealing with women, sometimes just getting up out of there might be the comfortable thing for them. Is it right?
No.
Nah. You know what I mean? At
It
least
might be the
say
best thing.
something. That's
The
my
best thing
thing,
doesn't
right?
have to be
At
the
least
right
say
thing.
something, bro. If you have like, because anxiety is something that you can't really see. But let's just say somebody has, but it's still an illness. But I want to paint it like this. Let's just say somebody bleeds randomly. They have horrible nosebleeds, right? And they tell you this, or they have asthma attacks. I think asthma attacks is better. And they tell you this. And they're like, look, I have really bad asthma attacks, whatever. So boom, they go into the bathroom, they have an asthma attack, and then they leave. Because they're like, yo, I gotta go get my inhaler. I'm really going through it right now. You would understand. Because it's like, okay, you had an asthma attack. The thing about anxiety, you can't see it. So it's like you don't really know if somebody's actually going through it, so you don't respect it the same. But here's the thing. What good is a well and able body but a messed up mind? See, I'm going a lot deeper than I'm than I'm supposed to be going in this video, but y'all know.
Yeah, he right. He right. To sit here like actually go through that shit, I know many people have been through anxiety itself, and like shit. Sometimes when I was first going through it, when I was in my younger ages before high school, I was saying here I'll get physically sick. Like there'll be times where I'll go out and I'll be like, I can't do. I feel like I'm finna throw up. Sometimes I'll go out, throw up, and then I'll be cool. I'll be ready to go out. Facing that same situation, I'll start freezing up. I'll feel sick again. Like that was my anxiety. It wasn't until growing up, facing those situations, that I was actually able to tell myself that was okay. Like be able to like fix some of that. I still got anxiety. Like I said, my shit's still fucked up. But I still know how to calm myself down.
Know me. I mean, what good is a well enabled body? You don't have asthma, you don't have nosebleeds, but your mind is tormenting you. Like, what good is that? So I just feel like we can give people grace and understand that yes, anxiety is real, but at the same time, I think if you do battle with something like anxiety, letting somebody know through a text message, even a day later, an hour later, I don't think that's bad. You know what I mean? I don't think that that's too much. Maybe you didn't want to face it, but 2 months, it just
2
says you
months is
wasn't really that
crazy.
interested in her either. You know what I mean? Like for you to have an anxiety attack and disappear for 2 months, unless you was just anxious for 2 months. But there's dudes out here that are very anxious around women, and especially in today's day and time, with all the social media and the pressures and things of that nature, and you get in the game and you like you freeze. So yeah. And then
If you want to see more of TyBuggy's video, please check at the end. My bad. Check out my description. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And I'm sorry for not making videos for a minute, but I'm going through having my first kid. So in this situation, I'm very excited. I'm going through a lot right now. A lot of emotions, a lot of like stuff right now. But at the end of the day, I'll still sit here and try to produce videos for y'all. So if y'all want to see more videos, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. I'll see y'all boys next time. Peace.